Hello from the 2019 Global Legal Hackathon Finals Gala in New York City. My name is Laurence Colletti. I'm the host for today's show. Joining me now, I have a full panel. Everybody from Italy. Is that right?
Yeah. Correct.
That is
Sí.
that is just outstanding. That's outstanding. So obviously there's a bunch of you. We've got 6 panelists here joining me today. So we got a full table. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around. What I want you guys to do is introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, and maybe tell us what you're doing on the team, like what your role is. So let me start to my left. Let's start with David.
Hi, David speaking. I'm a software engineer, and we met the first time just a couple of months ago in Milan for the Italian edition of Global Legal Hackathon. So let me introduce you. Daniele?
I'm Daniele. In Clevius, I'm a programmer, I'm a software engineer, so I do the full stack work about the programming, the software itself, from the front end, of course, the design and the back end development. So,
all right, and sitting next to you is Roberto.
Yeah, Roberto.
Yeah, I'm Roberto. I'm the psychologist of the team, psychologist of marketing and communication. I find the strategy for the team.
Okay, excellent. And Anna.
I'm Anna, yes, and I'm a law student. I'm actually graduating this year, and I've been a freelance translator for legal for a law firm for the past year. So that gave us actually the idea to focus on the translation of legal documents.
So are lawyers in Italy called barristers?
No, we're just lawyers.
Just lawyers? Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, Stefanie.
So my name is Stefanie, and I'm a law student as well, graduating this year. And Anna and I were actually you're working in a law firm, and so we have first-hand evidence of the problem that we want to tackle with our project, like the translations of legal documents. And yes.
Perfect. Giovanni.
Yep, I'm the third engineer of the team, and then I work in Clevius as a business manager, business developer, and I'm focused on coordinate the goals and find the correct path to the success, more or less.
Wow, you guys have a diversified talent pool here, so that's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so one more time with the name. It's Team Clevius?
Yes, Clevius.
Clevius, yes.
All right, so let's find out what it does. I'm hearing translation. I obviously read the bio of the product, but I'd rather hear it in your own voices. What does it do?
Clevius is a platform that is just focused on the translation, and is focused on legal translation because our competitors look about have a generic translator that is very good for the day-by-day, everyday language, but not focused on the legal sector. And Clevius apply an artificial intelligence, so a machine learning, to the internal document of each legal firm, and then produce an output that is a translation based on already existing document.
So is it, when you say translation, is it language to language?
Yeah,
okay.
Language to language.
And
Exactly.
this is obviously probably more of a problem in the EU than it is in the United States. But, so you're getting a bunch of languages, you're getting like standardized forms, and somebody comes in, what do they do, scan the document, or how does it work?
Actually, use the already translated archive of the European Union. It means that in the European Union, every legal act have to be translated into the 24 languages of the European Union. And for us, it's a huge database to work on. And this is why we are so strong in this field.
Who are you designing the product for? Like, who's the end user?
And users are all law firms or small and mid-sized businesses that are dealing with translations every day.
All right, so a business puts together a contract. Let's say it's like a service agreement, and all the different languages spoken in the European Union, and they want to just put out one copy. They send it to you guys, and it gets translated into all the languages in the European Union. So how do you ensure that something doesn't get lost in translation? That what is translated from, say, English to Spanish, Italian, whatever. How do you ensure that it means the same thing?
Yeah, basically, Clevius divides the contract into sentences or phrases. So we look at every single phrase and make sure that it's translated. And it works that if it finds a perfect match in a document of a certified source, as for example, the jurisdiction of the European Union or Walter Kluwer's archive of certified documents, then it's a perfect match, and it takes the document and translates that sentence.
Clevius is a software support to the translator. So it does automatic translations, but not in the way that you see in generic translators online, like Google, for example. I mean that the tool helps the translator through the translation process, and the suggestion that we give to the translator are retrieved from the archive, which are from documents, from internal documents. I mean documents that have been already translated by the company itself. So they translated and use the document. So it means that translation is in a way accepted, okay? And other sources, I mean like the European Union source that guarantee a certain kind of certification, a certain kind of reliability about the translation. So that's how we guarantee a kind of certification about the translation.
And if I could just add quickly, we have like this database which of the decisions of the European Union, but Clevius also like it improves time to time thanks to the users, because the users, like our target customers, the enterprises, law firms, they can contribute to this database and submit their contracts they use. And so with every translation, Clevius improves and gets better and stronger.
So back to that database, so you've got European Union lawmakers as part of that, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, the decisions that are translated in the 24 language.
And you also said law firms, right? So law firms that get involved in this process, they're leaving their information in there. And then in addition to that, every contract that comes through, even if it's not a law firm, so the client leaves information in there, and every transaction, it's programmed to get smarter.
Yeah.
Exactly. And to make sure we provide a safety environment, every personal data and specific information which can lead, when you read a contract, to know who it's actually talking about is eliminated. And so there's no worries for security.
All right. So when are you guys going to present? When's that happening?
We already did it.
Oh, you
we were
did?
the fifth group, yes.
Okay. How'd it go? How'd it roll out?
Quite good, yes.
Yeah, I think it was
Our
good.
both speakers did a good job.
Who were the speakers? Who were the presenters?
Oh, Giovanni
And
and
then
Anna.
Giovanni.
Okay. And then who's the team leader? Is there a team leader, or you guys kind of all do things by consensus?
No, we are quite equal and try to
Okay.
get along.
I gotcha. And you guys didn't know each other before the hackathon, is that right?
Yeah, we met during the hackathon in Milan.
Wow. So I mean, that's interesting. I mean, we got law students, we have people from different various backgrounds, and you just decided to go participate in a global legal hackathon. What was the draw?
Yeah, actually, we wasn't so honest at the beginning. I mean, because we did the same path. Actually, the engineer and Roberto did the same path that was called Innovation Lab. There was actually, let me say, a Spartan training for business and startups. And so basically it helps a lot when you have to work with people that you didn't know before. But when we met, we already know how to work. And actually also Anna and Stefanie match with us perfectly. And so we start to work on the product without caring about all the other things that when you know a new person have to follow. For example, the feedback are directly without saying, you are very good, but you know, this solution doesn't convince me so much. No, we didn't get the point. We don't offend anyone, and we go straight to the business.
Awesome. Well, I just have one last question for you. So obviously, the time is ticking down. These are the finals. I mean, from 6,000 participants to now 12. You guys have come a long way, and we just got a couple more hours, I think, before they start announcing the winner. So before we sign off and before we head back to the awards, I guess there's another round of presentations, and then they're going to announce the awards. Before we get there, let's leave a little contact information for the audience. So what do you guys want to leave with them? So if they have a question about your product, maybe they're interested in investing or interested in using it, how can they find you?
Just go on www.clevius.eu.
Okay. Well, we've reached the end of the road for today's episode, but I want to say good luck. How do you say good luck in Italian?
Buona
Bocca al
fortuna.
lupo.
Buona fortuna.
Oh, there are a couple of ways.
In bocca al lupo and buona fortuna.
Oh, wow. Okay, so buena fortuna. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, well, buena fortuna.
Perfect.
So I
Thank you.
want to thank our guests for joining us today. I want to thank our listeners for tuning in. If you like what you heard today, please subscribe, rate, and review us in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or your favorite podcasting app. I'm Laurence Colletti, signing off from the 2019 Global Legal Hackathon Finals Gala here in New York City. Until next time, thank you for listening.
If you'd like more information about what you've heard today, please visit LegalTalkNetwork.com. Subscribe via iTunes and RSS. Find us on Twitter and Facebook, or download our free Legal Talk Network app in Google Play and iTunes. The views expressed by the participants of this program are their own and do not represent the views of, nor are they endorsed by, Legal Talk Network, its officers, directors, employees, agents, representatives, shareholders, and subsidiaries. None of the content should be considered legal advice. As always, consult a lawyer.